Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 11 of Lena Rents with me, Lena Luraki. Today I'm going to be doing the video a little bit differently just to switch it up, I'm going to take you guys out with me so we can do the episode outside. Let's go.
I just want to get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Right now in Toronto, it's 27 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun.
Just get me out of here. Just get me out of.
Okay, so today I wanted to come out and make a difference because I've noticed that I have a lot of good content. Like, I'm proud of my content, but it's just the way that I address my content, and I wanted to come out here and really push my own boundary. And I'm using my mic, by the way, because I look like a complete idiot. I'm using my mic because this is how you guys get good audio, okay? So today's episode is about quitting, like, making excuses. There's a huge difference between making excuses and giving yourself a break. There's so much to life to do than to make excuses. So this idea came up to my mind because last week my apartment was going through hell of a transformation. This is my house. I don't know if you can hear it, but at some point, there were like 6 people in the house other than my dad and I, so 8 people in the house. That's a lot of people in the house. That's a lot of noise. Because the AC got ruined, and then, there's water under the floor, and they had to take that out, and now they're gonna have to take out the entire flooring for the entire house. That has been stressful, and I wanted to film this video outside during that period of time to say, hey, this is going on in my life. I can't film at home. I can't film it in my comfort zone, but I'm going to take myself outside and out of my comfort zone and film this video and have no excuse for it. I'm the biggest believer of if there's a will, there's a way, and I never used to be like that, and I don't know what happened in my life. Maybe I looked at other people and I said, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I found myself constantly making excuses, and I said, I really want this thing, but I never really wanted it enough. If you're saying, well, I really want this thing and I'm not making excuses, but you're still not getting to that thing, you're still procrastinating it, maybe you don't really want this thing enough. Or if you really want it enough, you're not wanting it for the right reasons for yourself. There's a lot of times where we want to travel the world because we see everyone else doing it. That's what's trending, and we feel like there is this unconscious peer pressure that we want and need to travel the world. But you say, I really want to travel the world, and I'm really trying here, but you keep wasting your money on Starbucks or buying things that you don't need. Do you really want to travel the world, or are you just liking the idea of traveling the world? You know what I'm saying? That being said, though, I feel like red line. You know what I'm saying? I felt like last week, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to be that person that I used to be. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to stand for that. But then I felt like the more I said that, the more I was draining myself and putting myself down into the ground, and I felt completely burnt out. So why am I saying this in a video where I'm saying you shouldn't have excuses or quit making excuses for yourself? Is because I feel like there's so many people out there on the internet and in real life who keep saying, don't make excuses, keep hustling, keep going. And even though I'm a big believer of all these things, those people keep pushing, but they never say have a balance, because I have grown and I've seen so many successful people who burnt themselves out. They still made it at the end of the day, and they were talented and all that, but there's so many people who don't have enough talent that even if they burn out, they could still make it with that huge success. I want to see a successful story where the person had their balance, and I know that balance is very hard to achieve because you need to keep trying and trying again, like I said in I think the 3rd episode. I'm gonna have to keep trying over and over again until I know how to balance my life. It is a non-ending journey where you really need to find balance in your life. But what I'm trying to say here is that don't make excuses and keep going, but at the same time, you gotta keep your balance, you gotta stay healthy. And I was thinking, I grew up seeing those people online and all these like famous people who burnt themselves out, who really hustled at some point and didn't keep a balance between work and life and their mental health. And I wanted to see like a healthier version of that. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna be that healthy version for myself. And when I talk about this, I'm also gonna say that, hey, you need to watch yourself and see when are you actually burning out and when you're just actually making excuses, when you're exhausted or unmotivated, because there's a huge difference. So what I'm trying to say today is that if you have been making excuses for a while, if you've been making excuses your entire life, really sit down and reevaluate. Do you really want to be that person? Do you want to be stuck in that cycle? Do you want your life to be meaningless, or do you want to do something with it? And if you really want that, then quit making excuses today. Don't say, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Do it today, because tomorrow might not come. And that is just a fact that we take for granted, that, we always say, I'm going to do this tomorrow, I'm going to do this tomorrow. But, we don't know if tomorrow is actually guaranteed. We're taking that for granted. Don't take your life for granted. I was telling Yusuf, actually, who was on my channel, check out our vlog. I'll leave the link up here in the screen. I was telling Yusuf, I was saying, I've realized that we complain a lot, and it's not like we complain because life is easy. I mean, life is difficult sometimes, and we do make it difficult for ourselves, but we don't realize that this is the golden age. And I know that a lot of people my age right now are feeling like, well, our parents told us this is the golden age, but it isn't. We're tired, we're exhausted, there's too many things on our plate, there's too many things that we need to address, and things are expensive now, and it's just difficult to maintain a life. So I said, even though there's all these things that we have right now, we have our health. Your health is the most treasured thing ever. I can walk, I can run, I can do whatever I want because I'm 20 something years old, and I hope I can do that for as long as I can. And so there is really no excuse for you to have an excuse, unless you have something that's massive. But let me tell you one thing. If you have something that's truly massive, have you looked at all the other people who have disabilities or people who were born in really harsh circumstances and thought, why do those people try harder than people who have it a lot better than they do? And the answer is that once you feel like you're at that place, that rock bottom, and you really need to make it there's no other option, that's when you quit making excuses for yourself and you actually start striving to do better, and you don't take no for an answer. And so try to think of it that way. Do I really want it as bad as someone who has it real bad? Or do I not want to have it as bad as that person who has it real bad? There's so many motivational and inspirational stories of people around the world with different kinds of difficulties, severe difficulties, who really made it. And whenever I see that, I tell myself there is no excuse. And it's not me being harsh on myself and me indulging in toxic positivity. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this new style of video. If you really did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share with friends. I'll see you guys in my next episode. Scared of insects. I love nature, but I'm scared of insects. Don't ask me how. Now, I'm a big believer of yeah, there's I must have put some dust in my tea. This is like so out of my comfort zone. That's unfortunate.